A group of robbers was in the middle of a bank heist when suddenly, a bold little girl walked in.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass.
The little girl was actually an old man in disguise. He instantly took down 2 of the robbers. The handgun in his grip was as flimsy as a cookie. He even ate the gun. The robbers were thrown out like bowling pins. And just like that, the bank robbery crisis was resolved. Citizens asked him what his name was.
Who are you?
Frank Drebin. Police squad.
While they were fighting, one of the robbers managed to grab something from the bank vault. He then snuck out through the back door. The next day, on his way to work, Frank kept thinking about the robbery from the day before. He was so focused that he didn't even notice when he bumped into someone. Today was a special day. Frank had reached his goal of capturing 1,000 criminals. But before he could even celebrate, trouble arrived. The robbers he'd beaten up yesterday filed a collective lawsuit against the police department. Even though they were criminals, they still had the right to appeal. The bank robbery case was a bit strange. The robbers didn't know each other. Was definitely someone else pulling the strings behind the scenes. The first thing to do to crack the case was to get some help from a friend. Richard was the boss of a tech company. He showed Frank the greatest invention ever. It was a red light therapy device designed to boost men's testosterone levels. It would be wildly popular with men. Richard gave Frank an electric car as a gift. This car could automatically open and close the doors. Of course, it had powerful self-driving capabilities. The problem was, it was too powerful. It literally ripped the prison walls apart. The criminals inside broke free in an instant. It turns out that Richard was actually the mastermind behind the robbery. The thing that was stolen was called the POT device. This device emitted a specific frequency that triggered the primal instincts in the human brain. If this frequency was installed into smart devices, it could create chaos around the world. Richard had already built a bunker. It was stocked with food and water. Once the chaos ended, those who survived would be eligible to join him and become founders of a new Eden. The car Richard gave to Frank was actually meant to kill him. The self-driving feature was faulty. It was designed so that if Frank got into an accident and died, Richard wouldn't have to lift a finger to eliminate him.
Out of the road! Oh! What's wrong with you people?
Collision detected.
What is this city coming to?